What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, the story I want to talk to you guys about today happened over a holiday weekend, and it's involving the death of this young lady right here. God bless her. Her name is Ava Moore. This girl was a cadet to be at the U.S. Air Force Academy out there in Colorado Springs, and just graduated school, was on her way. You know, she was gonna go this year, and she's not going now because she was killed in a jet ski accident as she was kayaking out there in a lake in Texas, where some people, namely two women, were on a jet ski riding recklessly, and they were riding close to people that were in the water. And as she tried to get away from them driving, she was ran over by the jet ski driven by this woman here. Now, the woman you see up here, her name is Carolyn Gonzalez. And the guy that you see up there, he wasn't on the jet ski, but he was instrumental in helping her escape. Now, both of these people are arrested, and surprisingly, the other girl that was on the jet ski, she stayed at the scene of this horrific accident. And I think that's how they subsequently were caught and names were given. Now, I want you to take a look at this and show you everything they know. These two people that are arrested are Venezuelan migrants that ICE has detained. So take a look at this and we'll come back. I think that had a lot to do with them running and taking no accountability after viciously running somebody over at a high rate of speed in a public lake where everybody's seen them. Makes no sense. Take a look.
This morning, we are learning more about the young woman killed in a hit and boating crash on North Texas lakes as the search is on for the jet skier that hit her. This was over the busy holiday weekend on Grapevine Lake in Tarrant County near Oak Grove Park. Janelle Fort has the latest on that search.
Yeah, this morning, police are still on the hunt for the woman they believe was driving that jet ski. They have not released a name for that woman, but they have put out her photo. I want you to take a really good look at your screen right now. This is who investigators are looking for. They say this woman was on a jet ski with another woman here on Lake Grapevine Sunday evening and hit and killed a kayaker and then took off. Police say she fled with a man, and in the rush to leave, they hit another car before ditching their vehicle at an apartment complex that's not too far away from here. At this hour, the search is still on for both of them. The other woman that was on that jet ski, though, she stayed at the scene. Witnesses say the kayaker was pulled from the water with traumatic injuries. First responders rushed her to the hospital, but sadly, she didn't make it.
Once she came out of the water, I just had them lay her down and kind of started helping from that point to try life-saving measures to help the young girl.
Police have ID'd the victim as 18-year-old Ava Moore. Her family shared these photos with us. One of them, you see, was just taken a week ago after she received her appointment during the United States Air Force Academy prep school graduation. The other photo you see there, she has a basketball. I actually spoke with her basketball coach yesterday, who coincidentally also was my basketball coach, and she told me that she is just heartbroken about the situation. Ava's family says they're grieving their loss, but they're also praying for the woman involved and their families. And this is just a tragic reminder as summer kicks off that water safety extends beyond just making sure you have a life jacket on. And this morning, again, investigators are asking anyone who sees that photo, recognizes that woman, and can help them track her down to contact them. Reporting here in Grapevine, I'm Janelle Ford. Back to you.
Newly obtained arrest records are revealing what police believe happened right before and after a fatal hit and run with a jet skier on Grapevine Lake.
The operator of the jet ski, Carolyn Alejandra Gonzalez, arrested this morning in Dallas. Police also revealed they arrested Michael Peroso for helping Gonzalez flee the scene. ICE confirms they're also investigating the two on immigration matters. It says the Air Force reveals that victim, 18-year-old Ava Moore, was set to join its academy. Fox 4's David Santendry joins us now with the latest from police. David.
Yeah, Heather and Steve, and tonight we are learning more about what led to that crash. According to a newly obtained arrest warrant affidavit, that jet ski was traveling at a high rate of speed and in close proximity to swimmers and others. The kayakers had made the decision to paddle away from the area and were in the process of doing so when Gonzalez struck the kayak operated by Ava Moore from behind. It's reported that bystanders tried to apprehend those suspects and actually were able to do so with an occupant on that jet ski, but the driver got away, but not before a photo was taken with her, of her, and shared with law enforcement.
The police came and they went to that house right there.
Oak Cliff neighbors rattled Tuesday morning as law enforcement surrounded a home off Atlas Drive.
I don't really care what people do around me. I don't care if it's cops involved, SWAT involved, whatever. I just mind my own business.
But while trying to stay to himself, Angel Gonzalez could not help hear authorities demand two people, reportedly on the run from a deadly lake crash, surrender.
I mean, everything that our officers and all the agencies have been doing is for Ava Moore.
18-year-old Ava Moore, a recent U.S. Air Force Academy preparatory school graduate, was killed after being struck by a jet ski while kayaking on Grapevine Lake Sunday.
And then I heard someone in the crowd say she hit someone. And so I automatically turned around to go back toward the water because I was concerned.
Lisa Scrayback there as a group pulled Moore from the lake.
You know, we just started life-saving measures, checking her pulse at that time.
But Moore passed away, and the woman on the jet ski fled.
I turned around to look at the water and I could see her and the passenger on the jet ski going away from the incident, and they were waving toward like their people, and you could tell they were trying to get away.
Someone shared this photo of the suspect with Texas game wardens, who released it to the public. It's shared thousands of times across social media. Tuesday morning, authorities identified her as Carolyn Alejandro Gonzalez Gonzalez. Attorney General Ken Paxton says she was in the country illegally, and we saw immigration officials on scene early Tuesday. Gonzalez was located inside this Oak Cliff home. A woman renting here, who does not want to show her face, says several rooms inside are rented. She claims she first saw Gonzalez Monday night with a man who lives there.
It seemed like her photo was so clear that she would just be caught very soon.
Gonzalez now in custody for the death of Moore, according to game wardens. On top of that, Grapevine police say Mikel Coelho Perozo, also a reported illegal immigrant from Venezuela, will face additional charges for a vehicle crash while driving away from the lake with Gonzalez.
Where they crashed into two different vehicles and got out of the car and ran away.
Had some Oak Cliff neighbors known they were reportedly hiding next door, they say they would have called 911.
I would probably try to tip them off and tell them that they were here.
Gonzalez is facing several charges, the most significant being manslaughter. Texas game wardens will have a press conference tomorrow morning. We'll make sure to have a crew out there. For now, Heather, Steve, back to y'all.
All right, Davidson.
All right, guys, that's the story. And like I said, may this young lady, Ava Moore, rest in peace. Rest of her life ahead of her, about to serve her country. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But she won't get a chance to explore life because it was taken away by people that lack accountability. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Besides this being a harsh, thing, it's also a harsh reality out here. And not just from these two people here that are migrants, which has nothing to do with it. Well, it has something to do with, I think, the reason why they got away. But there are a lot of people out here now that will not take responsibility and own up to the shit that they do. This girl was viciously hit with a jet ski. A lot of y'all know jet skis be flying. They can go up to 40 miles an hour. That right there, 40 miles an hour, getting hit when anything of weight is enough to take your life, which it did for this young lady. I can only imagine the horrific aftermath of her injuries when they pulled her ashore. She was in a kayak. You didn't see this woman in a kayak? These motherfuckers out there just cutting the fool, two girls. And luckily the one girl stayed on scene, which I think she identified all of them because there were pictures. And I'm more than sure she's the one that, ID'd who they were because she was a friend. Big clear picture of this girl. Catch her at her house. I want you to think about that. You killed another person and you couldn't even stand there and say, hey, I'm sorry. If you were so damn scared of ICE, you shouldn't have took your ass out there. They running around grabbing people out in broad daylight in public. Makes no sense. Either way, man, I would give him no leniency. The guy, he probably your boyfriend or something, felt as though he had to jump in there and save her ass. They crashed the car trying to get out of there and then dump the car somewhere and then run off on foot or have somebody else come pick them up. All this because they don't want to get caught because of reckless, willful behavior. It makes no sense. I'm more than sure this family of this young lady right here is crushed. You put a lot of time, effort, ups and downs in raising a child the right way, and she's off and running, and you can sit back and say, you know what, I'm glad, she's doing good, and she made it to a point where she's gonna be out there as an adult, and then this happens. It's shameful. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I wouldn't show them no leniency. You run off after you do something sick. It's like everybody that's adult now does not even own their shit. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Prayers and condolences to the family. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.